Hola clase, bienvenidos a este nuevo video semanal conmigo. Espero que hayan tenido un bonito fin de semana y un feliz Halloween. La semana pasada hemos terminado la unidad 4 en contraseña y hoy empezamos el módulo 10 en Canvas y la unidad 5 en contraseña. ¿A quién admiro? ¿Qué significa admiro? Admiro es un cognate, ¿verdad? Um, to admire. It means to admire. So in Unit 5, you will learn vocabulary about qualities, personal qualities, both positive or negative qualities. So can you write a sentence about a person you admire? Try to follow my example. Yo admiro. Remember that you learned the conjugation of the regular verbs that end with AR, so you should know by now how to use and conjugate this verb admirar, admirar, ¿sí? Yo admiro a mi hermano porque es chistoso y muy inteligente. Sabe mucho del mundo de videojuegos, manga y anime, pero a veces se pone un poco nervioso. So besides vocabulary about qualities, this week you will learn about the two other groups of verb conjugations, those that end with ER and IR. So you will have the complete knowledge to manage and conjugate all the regular verbs um, in Spanish. But hey, how do you know if a verb is a regular or irregular verb? That will come with time and practice, so you have to be patient. And there are also patterns and strategies that you will learn in your future Spanish classes. But for now, try to remember the regular verbs we have seen together so far. Can you mention them? Remember to complete all the assignments of Module 10. The due date is next Sunday, November 9th, before midnight. Remember that your third reflection, lingua meeting reflection, is also due within this module, so next Sunday. So be sure to attend your third lingua meeting experience this week. Okay, the other important thing that I want to cover with you today is the final presentation. Yes, I want to I think it's important to start thinking about your final presentation project for this class now, so you're not lost or having last minute issues, especially technical problems. Also, you know that the final project for this class will be a recorded or a presentation. So sometimes when we are in a rush, the technology, or when we are nervous, the technology can become an obstacle to overcome instead of a tool that helps us. So all the information you need for the final project are here. Just scroll to the end and okay, there it is. In week 13, you will find the folders for your final presentation. This is the second folder. This is when you can find the rubric and also the place where you have to submit and upload your video. So here you have the rubric. So your final presentation is due Sunday, November 30th. So try to review the information and the instruction in advance to be sure you are prepared. This is where you submit your final project. You can either upload or use this text box. I suggest you to copy and paste your link for your video in here. So uploading your video is gonna be it's gonna be slower, and it's gonna be much more easier and faster just obtaining a shareable link from whatever tool you're using for recording your presentation, and then copy and paste it in here. But you have to be sure that you're going to obtain a shareable link, a link where I can access to. So always double check that. So we go back to the module section, and here we are in this first folder. Where is it? Dun, 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 chanan, chanan, chanan. There it is. So in this first folder, you will find the instructions you need for the presentation. Um, I I've also posted some examples here. This is a YouTube video. This is a Canva video. Both are examples from 1501 class, so you will have a clear example of what is required from you. We will go back with this topic, with the final presentation in another video, but today I want to start see the instructions with you. So I already mentioned, you already know that you have to create a video in Spanish. You can use the tool that you are more comfortable using. It can be like Canva, it can be AWS Spark, it can be PowerPoint, or it can be Feedback Fruit. It's the tool that I usually use to record my videos. Or you can use another similar program that allows you to create a presentation, obtain a shared link, or upload the course to the assignment. Remember that for this presentation, you need a presentation, you need a slide document presentation like a PowerPoint or a Canva or whatever, but you need a presentation and you need to present the presentation showing your face. So I need to see your face, okay? So in this presentation, you will talk about your experience with your lingua meeting coach, using the notes that you have taken during your sessions. Remember that if you don't remember something, you can always go back to your session, watch the recording, and get the information you're missing. For your presentation, you have to use visuals like photos, videos, can be emoticons, emoji, everything that will personalize your presentation. And you will use the vocabulary and grammatical constructions and cultural contents that we learned in this course. So what are the requirements? This presentation should contain at least 6 slides, so 6 or more, with at least 1 slide per unit. So we covered 5 units in contraseña, so you should have at least 5 slides, plus the final slide reflections. Each slide should contain images, GIF, text supporting the content area. I don't want to see slides full of text. I don't want you to read directly from the screen. This is not a reading assignment. This is supposed to be an oral presentation, so I don't want to see you reading. It's fine to guide yourself with bullets point, keywords, but do not read the entire content from the screen or from anywhere else. So the presentation should be at least 5 minutes, 1 minute per slide, 1 slide per unit, excluding your reflection slide. So your last slide for your presentation should be a reflection about your overall experience with lingua meeting. Of course, you have to speak Spanish, but for the final reflection, you can use English. You must be seen giving your presentation. So, of course, your camera must record you giving the presentation while your screen shows the content you're presenting. So, therefore, your camera and microphone must be on. Make sure you are in a quiet, professional, appropriate space, okay? I don't want to see presentation with you lying in bed or on the couch or driving your car. This is not professional. Um, so choose an appropriate space. Make sure once again that your video is accessible for me. Here you have a guide of what each slide should contain. So Unit 1, Unit 2, ¿Quién es tu coach? You remember you can name the slide as the title of the unit. ¿Qué tiene que hacer esta semana? ¿Cómo es mi universidad? Unit 5, ¿a quién admira? And then follow all the information you need for your presentation. Remember that you must include in the slide 1/2 the basic information. You need those basic information like name, full name, age, education, nationality of your coach. Uh, this is a heavy mistake if you don't put this basic information. Um, then you have to describe your coach, what your coach like or dislike, describe the weather or something interesting about your the country of your coach or about your coach. Remember that those are mainly guidelines, but you need the basic information: full name, age, education, nationality, yes. But you can mention anything that you found interesting. And if you don't have, if you're missing some information because you weren't there for that specific session, or if you had multiple coaches, um, just specify that for the specific unit you had a different coach. Um, but yes, I'll give you more tips in my next videos. And if you're missing information, just try to do a little bit of research by your own, on your own, by yourself, filling those gaps, using internet to look up for additional information about the country of your coach, or about the university of your coach, or about whatever information you're missing. Okay, so be sure to reach out if you have any questions or doubts. Read the instruction document. And I also have one last announcement for you today. I am sending a questionnaire about the class. It only takes a few minutes to complete it, so be sure to do it because it is really helpful for us to know what you think about our program. Eso es todo para hoy y hasta la próxima semana. Adiós.